A bully stole my science fair project, so I exposed him in front of the whole school. My name is Chris Pineley, 17, a junior at Westwood High. I wasn't popular, I wasn't athletic, but I was good at one thing: building gadgets. Robotics, circuits, coding, that stuff made sense to me. Unfortunately, it also made me a target for Jake Paulson, the school's TikTok famous loudmouth who loved humiliating anyone he considered nerdy. My trouble with him started a week before the school science fair. I was working on a drone-based wildfire detection system, something I'd spent months designing. But Jake decided to turn me into his content. He walked up with his phone, recording, and mocked my project, calling it a flying trash can. His video got thousands of likes. Mine got a dent, literally. He slammed his backpack into my table and pretended it was an accident. I thought that was the end of it. But the next day, my controller module went missing. Without it, my drone was useless. And guess who suddenly had an amazing science project? Jake, out of nowhere. A perfectly built solar tracker system, which I recognized immediately. It had my coding pattern, my components, my handwriting on the prototype board. Jake had stolen my project, slapped his name on it, and submitted it as his own. I wasn't just angry, I was shaking. But anger makes you sloppy. Revenge makes you strategic. I still had all my code backed up, and I knew something Jake didn't. The prototype he stole had a fail-safe diagnostic mode. One text command from my phone could trigger it, and when it triggered, the device flashed my student ID on its tiny LED display. Science fair day arrived. Jake stood proudly beside his project, acting like he'd been working on it for months. Students and teachers circled around him while I stood on the opposite end of the gym with my unfinished drone and a silent plan. When the principal approached Jake's table, clipboard in hand, I pulled out my phone and sent the command. The device buzzed. Jake frowned, and then the LED lit up with the message, "Property of Chris Pineley. Do not tamper." Jake froze. The principal blinked. The crowd gasped. Jake stuttered excuses, but it was too late. I provided proof. Timestamps, backup files, camera logs, even a photo of the prototype on my desk weeks earlier. Jake's project was disqualified. Mine was reinstated. And Jake, he got a 2-week suspension for academic theft. The school newspaper even ran a headline, "Nerd outsmarts influencer, justice served."